Here's a fun one. This one's called Lightshine. It is a arrangement of a spiritual called Keep Your Lamps. This comes from the Jesus parable of the bridesmaids and bridegroom. The bridesmaids who kept their lamps trimmed and burning were ready for the arrival of the bridegroom when he showed up. Those who did not prepare, were not ready and did not have a pleasant life as a result of that. This song speaks of two parallel messages: that you must stay prepared for those good things in your life, those career opportunities that come, those romantic opportunities that come, those wonderful things that make your life better. If you aren't preparing for them in the good times, you may not be ready to walk through when the door opens. Every wonderful opportunity that I've had in my life, I've gotten to work with some incredible organizations, musicians. The only reason it happened is because I was called in at the last minute. I've never been the most talented, but I have been the one who was ready. When I got my first professional singing gig, it was a call saying, "Can you be in a tuxedo and on stage in 3 hours?" And I was like, "Yep, I can do that." If you're ready, if you keep your lamps trimmed and burning, you'll be ready when you need them. But also on the other side, there are terrible things that happen in the world. We talked a little bit about the wonderful things that happened before, but there are still really awful things that happen. With the number of people we have in this room, it's bound that there's somebody within the last weeks, the last months, that's had a really rough diagnosis, lost a family member, lost a job, lost something in their life. Something terrible has happened to probably most of us in this room in the last year at least. We can't stop the terrible things from happening. We can't prevent tragedy, but we can be ready so that when it happens, it at least doesn't destroy us, and at least doesn't destroy our families. We can be strong enough so that when something happens, when someone gets sick, when someone loses a child, when a family member needs support, that we can be strong enough to be there for them. And if we just keep running our lives on autopilot, we don't pay attention to those around us, we don't nurture the relationships in the good times, we don't build the connections when we don't need them, then when we do need them, they won't be there. So take the time when things are going well. Because when things are going well for you, statistically, based on the history of the world, you're really, really lucky. Because of the hundreds of billions of people that have ever lived, most of the time, they've been on the edge of death. For most of the time. We live in a very, very lucky time where we get to breathe and relax and sing and come to concerts and do some wonderful things sometimes. So in this time, bond with your friends, bond with your children, bond with your parents, bond with your loved ones, build strong connections, build up your resources, be ready so that when the bad things happen, you can be the strong one who's there for others. Keep your lamps trimmed and burning. I hope you enjoy Lightshine.
I'm gonna